So let me get something straight. Apparently there's reports going around regarding the possibility of Roman Reigns losing one, if not both, um, WWE World Championships. But apparently the situation on planning how to do that is complex. Um, because I guess WWE doesn't want Roman to lose before WrestleMania 39, where I guess he's gonna face The Rock. My guess, like it's right there. WrestleMania is gonna be in Hollywood. It's obviously gonna be Roman versus The Rock, and um, so I'm just going to list a few ideas on how I think they can fix this situation. Um, might not be perfect, but I'm gonna give my theories, and then you guys can give your own or pick which one's better. Number one, make a completely new world championship. Get a new design, like you know what they did with the WWE and Big Gold Belt. They mashed it and made that WWE Championship design. I say unify the Universal and WWE Championships, get a new belt design, completely creative, not a new color, no nothing like that. Get a new design, all right? And then for the Raw superstars, make a new World Championship. You got so many good wrestlers on Monday Night Raw. You got people like Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Edge, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, um, Rey Mysterio, Matt Riddle. You got so many big contenders already on that show. Johnny Gargano, even. Like, you know, make a new championship, do a tournament, right? Or maybe a series of qualifying matches, right? And crown that first new champion. It gets people invested in Raw. Um, it gets people talking, and we get to see a fresh new face as world champion, especially on Monday Night Raw. You know how good Raw is doing right now? They're doing amazing. So that's one thing, and then you could keep Roman as the undisputed champion or whatever. Have him face a Rock, something like that. Just do that. Number two, um, do a triple threat match. Do a triple threat um, for one of the titles, let's say. Um, one or both of the titles. Like, let's say you want to have Drew McIntyre as world champion. That's easy. Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, and Karrion Kross. That's what they're doing right now. Put them in a triple threat match, have it for one of the titles or both, and have Drew or Karrion win that. I don't give a fuck. You know, so that way Drew can pin Karrion or Karrion can pin Drew, and Roman doesn't look like a bitch, right? So there's that. Um, the next thing is the obvious Money in the Bank cash in, but I don't know if that will work considering the Money in the Bank holder. Um, I heard that um, there might be people who are going to pitch Johnny Gargano versus Austin Theory for the Money in the Bank contract. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not, but I hope so. If it was someone like Johnny Gargano, I would believe it, 100%. Another thing, have the Universal Championship be defended in a match at the Royal Rumble, and then have the Royal Rumble match have Roman Reigns in it, and one of the other titles be defended in it. That way, he can just be thrown over the top rope, and that's it. And then you can have one of the champions be that. you know. What are other options? Um, Roman, you know, this is obviously just WWE not wanting Roman to lose the undisputed WWE World Championship because they want Roman Reigns versus The Rock to be for the title. Now, this is kind of like this is going to transition. I gave a few suggestions about what I think could happen so that Roman doesn't look like a bitch at before WrestleMania. But Roman Reigns versus The Rock does not need to be for the um, title. You know, that's where they failed with Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg all those years ago, and Roman Reigns versus Goldberg as well. Um, a match like Roman Reigns versus The Rock has been a match that people have wanted for years, right? Has been something that everyone wants. So, even if you have Roman lose the world title, that affects nothing on how big the WWE, I mean, how big the match at WrestleMania Hollywood would be if Roman and The Rock actually happened, right? So, my theory is you want a new champion on Raw, but you don't want Roman to lose the undisputed title. Just do triple threat match, vacate one of the titles, um, make a completely new championship, and that's like the likeliest of scenarios that I'll say. But yeah, I don't get why Roman versus Rock would need to be for a title. I guess it's just the main event feel. It has to be for a championship. Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker main event at WrestleMania, and it was not for a championship. Like, not all big matches have to be for championships. One of the biggest matches at WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, weren't for championships. Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair wasn't for championships. Triple H versus The Undertaker wasn't for a championship. Um, Rock versus John Cena the first time wasn't for a championship until they did the second one for the WWE Championship for some fucking reason. Um, but it will be very clear if Roman versus Rock is for the championship. Um, Rock's gonna win, but I also have this problem: if The Rock wins, his title reign is not gonna be long, and they're gonna make Roman champion again. Roman's very protected, and they've put themselves in this position by having Roman win both world championships. Because now this man's a part timer. This man has both world championships, and there's no big title to fight for. Now, granted, I love what they're doing with the United States and Intercontinental Championships right now, but why? Why did you want Roman with both world titles? Just just vacate one of them. Just say, hey, have like Adam Pearce go out and be like, hey, you can't hold both. Choose one, stick with one, or I'm gonna vacate them both. And then Roman will have to vacate, let's say, the WWE Championship or something. Or have two fights one night, right? Two matches in one night. Roman loses in one of them. He retains in the other. Make a completely new championship for Raw. Or, just fucking do a triple threat match or something. That's how Roman should lose. It's very obvious this is leading to a match versus The Rock. I feel like I'm repeating myself here. I'm rambling. But again, they put themselves in this position by having Roman win both titles. And Roman's like the most protected wrestler, just like Jon Moxley is in AEW. I made a bunch of videos about that. Is this situation complex on how Roman should lose one of, if not both, world titles? No, you had a clear opportunity at Clash of the Castle and you didn't do it. Yeah, it's very obvious this is gonna just be Roman Reigns versus The Rock at Mania 39. And if you were to tell me that Roman was gonna be a champion for 2 years just to have The Rock beat him, I will be fucking pissed. I love The Rock as much as the next guy, but he does not need to beat someone who even fucking Kevin Owens couldn't beat, Braun Strowman couldn't fucking beat, Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, fucking Drew McIntyre couldn't beat, Matt Riddle, you know, all those motherfuckers, Brock Lesnar like 3 times. If Brock Lesnar can't beat you 3 times, but The Rock beats you once, that's saying fucking something. Anyways, how Roman should lose. I said a bunch of fucking suggestions. Roman versus Rock doesn't need to be for a title. And if Rock wins, it's bullshit. There you go. That's my big kind of ramble and rant for this video. I don't even know what to title it. I don't know what the thumbnail is going to be, but I decided just to go on here and ramble. Thank you so much for the recent support on the channel. We had some new subscriber rises, and the views are doing amazing. Please subscribe, put a like, tell your friends, turn post notifications on. Yeah, be sure to just subscribe, and thanks for the support. It means the absolute world to me. And yeah, what else can I say? Shout out to everyone who has subscribed. Shout out to my fellow Fantasy Faction members. I'm just gonna name a few. If I forgot you, I'm sorry. The A2K Wrestling Show, Wrestling for Life Network, Cheap Pop, High Side of the Ropes. Oh, I'm already feeling bad because I know I'm gonna forget. Nikolai. Yeah. And here's another thing. Shout out to the One Shot Killers podcast. Those motherfuckers are killing it. Subscribe to their channel. I mean, they've surpassed 150 subscribers. Congratulations to you guys. Yeah, but enough shout outs, enough of me rambling on. This has been your boy Willie Does Wrestling. I'll be back in a bit. Peace out. Be good people.